Snow Angel. One day an angel came down from heaven to visit a small snowy town on Earth. Okay. Chapter 1. Yes! There goes my alarm. Yet I've been awake for a while. I know that feeling. Waking up so early is enough of a chore, but waking up before the alarm even goes off, it's a blessing and a curse. I mean, I don't care. That way I'm already awake. I've already had my breakfast, so I guess I can go to the cafe even earlier than usual today. It's not like I have much else to do. So, you've been awake long enough that you had your breakfast before your alarm went off and you did not turn off your alarm. Because? Weird. Oh, before I leave, I need to write my new name badge. The missing badge still hasn't shown up. What will you write on the badge? Aaron. I don't know. That's an A? Okay. What pronouns should I write? There you go. Take that. I put the badge away in my bag and grabbed my keys. As I'm about to leave, I look back at my empty room. Most people have someone to wake up to. Someone to spend their early hours with before rushing off to work. Well, there's also a lot of people that don't have that. I don't have anyone beside me when I rise, not even a pet. It's the sacrifice I made to have my dream job in my dream town, but I have to remind myself that this is worth it. Is it? Though success sure would taste better if I had someone to share it with. Some days the loneliness is heavier than others. Sorry. On days like today, when the weather is colder than usual and I don't want to get out of bed, I feel it in my bones. I wish I had someone to warm me in the morning, someone to come home to after work. I wish I had someone to make me laugh and cheer me up when I'm feeling down. I wish I had someone to wake me up with kisses, to keep me safe in their arms. You're going on a big tangent right there, buddy. I wish someone would answer my heart's deepest desire. Yeah, real tangent. Sometimes all you need is just a friend to hang out with. All of that is asking a lot right now. But anyway, it doesn't do well to dwell. I should get to the cafe. That's right. Adeline will be there already, and it'll be nice to get a head start on the day. Maybe if I have some spare time later, I can experiment with some new dessert ideas. My imagination runs wild at the thought, already dreaming up ways I can add new twists to our staple cakes. Maybe I'll finally nail making some macarons, but it's unlikely. I hope it's not a super busy day. Damn it was a super busy day. The cafe is only a few streets away, so it's not worth starting the car for a short drive. There's hoarfrost on the trees that wasn't there yesterday, so the temperature must have dropped overnight. I certainly feel it. These trees look completely frozen over. Despite being bottled up under layers of wool, the wind is harsher than usual, nipping at my nose. Just put your mask on. Honestly, in winter the mask is a blessing, I think, because you just put it on, it's cold, you don't care. Braving the cold is better than driving, since the novelty of snow still hasn't worn off for me. We had snow once so far. I would love to have a bit more. The brief... nice change of stepping sounds there. The brief fog gives me a chance to enjoy the snow crunching under my feet and the bright hues of the sunrise. Early rising might be difficult, but when faced with the privilege of seeing such a heavenly sky, it's definitely worth it. I also enjoyed the early morning sky and everything. But I can still be pissed about being up early because I have to go to work. If I would be up on my own accord, then I would not mind it. But most of the times, I have to go to work when I'm up that early. Eden. Oh, the Garden Eden, huh? The cafe comes into view and I can see Adeline's car parked up ahead. But the front lights of the cafe are still off. Eden is a local gem known for its delicious sweet treats and it's been run by Adeline's family for generations. It's a perfect place to work and also a center of the community. So I've gotten to know a few of my neighbors and local townsfolk. If it's a center of the community, then you will get to know everyone here in due time. It's reassuring to see so many familiar faces day in and day out. Out of experience, I can tell you that that is also tedious. Adeline! The older woman is probably humming to herself in the back, but I always call out in the hopes of not startling her. Good morning, Aaron. Getting an early start? Yeah, because I don't have anything better to do. I mean, I've been awake for a few hours already. So it goes. Let's make it a good day. Don't you have a model, Adeline? Don't ask questions you don't want to know, bucko. The morning goes by in a whirlwind of flour. The rush of customers is long gone and the late morning arrives long with a more relaxed atmosphere. Only a few customers filter through at this hour, since most have already rushed off to work. Ding-a-ding-ding! The doorbell rings as a customer walks in for the first time in a while, pulling me from my thoughts. Medium mocha with cream. The customer's tone is clipped. So he's one of those. Of course, that'll be $3.45, please. Interesting. The man practically throws some coins on the counter and doesn't even bother to look my way. Yeah. Fuck you! I turn away to make the drink, trying to brush off his lack of manners. Just want to point out, I have worked as a waiter for way too long in my life. I couldn't give one fuck about this person at that point. If you're rude, I don't have to care. Why would I care at this point? The drink is not particularly difficult to prepare, which I'm thankful. It's a mocha! Sorry. Again, I worked too long as a waiter to feel anything about this particularly right now. It's just a local place, not a chain, so we don't get demanding customers clamoring for secret menu items, but we do get the occasional overly picky or completely rude ones. Yeah, that's normal. You get that in any job, in a restaurant, a cafe, anywhere where service is person-to-person service, you get that. Because people tend to be a-holes. I finish the drink and turn and place it on the bar. Wow. Sorry, that threw me for a loop. I'm about to grab the lid and wish the customer well when asked for whipped cream. Sure. Oh, he did, oops. Yeah, how did you forget that? I knew that. It's not difficult. Whipped cream. It slipped my mind, I grabbed the can of cream, I call over my shoulder. My bad, I'm sorry. Once the whipped cream is on, I present the drink again. Oh, the medium, not a large. What? What is wrong with me in this situation? Because I'm fucking everything up. It is a medium. We're just out of those size cups right now. Okay, so it's a technical limitation in that case. So we're not complete idiots today. Hopefully my explanation will be satisfactory. It will never. So you forgot the cream and you're too unorganized to even have the right cups. What a joke. No, they're just out of stock because everyone fucking orders medium drinks. Shipment has not come in today. Doesn't come in for another hour or so. Fuck off! And there you go. Oh. Interesting. Scrolling. Let me go back. Excuse me? I just complained for you. Just calm down there, Aaron. It's a joke, you're a joke. You can't even get a simple order right or keep stock. It's not like the job is even... Fuck off! kindly. It was just a small mistake, I'm so sorry. No, I'm not. I'm over the fact of saying sorry. You're a fucking a-hole, you can fuck off. You can send a complaint about me to my boss. Man doesn't even let me finish. People like you complain about being underpaid and then barely even earn your wage. Just gonna let that one stand there. I hope that you all can see inside of my face where I'm gonna go with that. I want to speak to defend myself and others like me, but I don't trust my voice to be able to come out without breaking or squeaking. And that would only give this customer something else to bother me about. Yeah. Honestly, I would not engage with that behavior. I would just let him know that he is done here. And he doesn't have any business to come back. Done berating me, he takes his drink and leaves the cafe in a huff. I need a break. I also need a break, but a different one. A break of the nose kind of thing. Seriously, I hate those kind of people. Stepping outside the fresh air is a blissful contrast to the stuffiness of the cafe that I hadn't noticed until... You never notice that your room is stuffy while you're in it. You only notice once a window gets opened or you leave and come back in. I take a seat at one of the spare tables under the awning. How dare he speak to me like that? He's an asshole. That's what they do. Maybe my mistake delayed his order and he was in a rush, or he thought he had been overcharged, but there was no reason to react the way he did. You overthinking one a-hole way too much. I'm not sure that is really the perfect job for you. It's one a-hole. Let it slip your mind. Relax. And try to just get through the workday. And after the workday, you sit down, deep breath out, try to unwind, and if you need to, then think those scenarios through again, but try to distance that from yourself. Really important. Really. I had to deal with my fair share of assholes, and it's super unhealthy for you to chew on something like this during the work, because that will throw you off for the rest of the workday as well, and then things will get worse potentially. You don't want to make it worse if you can avoid that. It's difficult to let something slip by and just pick it up later, because just putting it aside is also unhealthy. You need to work on that later on, but try to do it as little as possible during the work. If it's the last customer of the day, you can close shop and everything and talk like this and think about all of that while you're closing up shop, because at that point it doesn't matter anymore too much. Let off some steam, sit down and try to relax afterwards. I say try because sometimes it's not possible. But try to let some steam off after work and not during, because it will just ruin the rest of your workday, and you want generally to try and make your workday as nice as possible. Anyway, something about the day has me feeling more fragile than usual, and I can barely hold back the tears threatening to spill over. Oh no, poor baby. It's not like I haven't had a rude customer before. I have, but they were quite rare and not quite this rude. Wow. That's not the rudest that I've encountered, I wanna say. Which is not something to brag about. It's sad more than anything. But that means that so far your rude encounters have been a little bit tame, which is nice. But still. What kind of grown man speaks to someone like that? Well, assholes. Anyone who does not care about your proficiency just talks to you whatever way they like. And that's not fair, and you should get in your fucking head. People always just come up to service personnel and say their job is easy. You do it then. Like, fucking seriously. I'm gonna take myself out of the equation, you go there, You do the fucking job 1 whole day and see how well you're doing it. I can say a little bit more about that because I am proficient in it. I learned the job. So, seriously, fuck that kind of mindset. It's not the first time this happened, and it certainly won't be the last, but that doesn't make this any easier. Easier is not the way I would say it. You will get less hurt about it, because you will hear it over and over. You will also hear it while not at work. You just get frustrated with it because you know for a fact, for yourself, that it's bullshit, and therefore it gets frustrating. I don't even know why I feel so worn down by his comments. Maybe it's my mounting loneliness combined with his horrible words. There's a lot more mixing in there for you, I think. Also, your tears look a little bit weird, not gonna lie. I can't help but think of my sad thoughts from this morning. How much I wished I had someone. Right now, when I'm at my weakest, it's all I can wish for. Someone, anyone to love me. Why is this written so sad? To just show up for a hi. Sorry, got a voice crack there. Forgive me for bothering you. A sweet voice pulls me from my thoughts, and I look up to see an ethereal face staring at me with great concern. Despite not knowing the man, I already feel an odd sense of calmness at his presence. Something about him brings me peace. I'm sorry, but I couldn't help but notice that you seem quite distressed. Distressed is a very nice way of putting it. I was distraught, and now I'm a little embarrassed at being seen in such a state. You walked outside and sat down in front of the local. You're to blame for that. You could have gone in the back or anything if you did not want to be seen by anyone. You put your sorrows out on the open. Just a bit of a bad experience with a customer. I got yelled at over a small mistake. That seems rather awful. May I sit? Maybe talking about it will help. Thank you. I'll be fine, or talking would help. I personally would just say I'll be fine. Let's talk to that person though, because why not? I think that's what I need right now. Are you sure? I stared at him through teary eyes, but even with my vision blurred, I can still see a smile on his face. You can? There you go, now I can see it perfectly. Sure, go ahead. The man pulls out a handkerchief from one of his jacket pockets and offered it to me. I wipe my tears even as they continue to fall. I have to steady myself just to get some of the words out. I tell him what happened and how the man yelled at me just a few moments prior. As I repeat it, my voice cracks and more tears fall, but the stranger patiently waits for me to continue with a look of understanding on his face. Oh, you also work the shift, huh? I'm sorry, I'm blubbering all over you and I don't even know your name. Raphael. Of course! And you are? Wow, what a beautiful name for a beautiful man. Of course! He's so well put together, and even his name is refined and attractive. Get less thirsty there, okay? Calm down. Seriously. Aaron. Hey, that's nice today. The stranger's eyes seem to appraise me for a moment. A small smile gracing his features. What? Okay. Do you like working in the cafe, besides the rude customers? The question takes my mind away from the customer and towards my passion. I'm a baker. I always enjoyed making sweet treats ever since I was a kid. Turns out I'm really quite good at it. And my artistic side helps make the presentation look as good as their taste. Sorry, I don't mean to sound like I'm bragging, but you definitely should try my baking skills. Right here at the cafe, maybe? Selling you something. If they taste and look as good as they smell. I was expecting something completely different to come out of my mouth, but it didn't. Surprisingly, then I think that your bragging is justified. My cheeks feel ablaze at this comment. I'm used to compliments on my baking, but coming from the handsome Raphael, I feel shy at this acknowledgement. Damn it! Turn the thirst back there! How about you come in? Get something to eat and drink, on me, as a thank you. There really is no need to thank me. But I'm afraid I can't resist the offer. Lead the way. I head back into the cafe with Raphael and Tao, and luckily no customers are waiting. I thought we knew that. We wouldn't just leave when there's customers, I thought. Weird sentence, so I can serve him straight away. What can I get you? I'm excited to hear what he will order. I'd be lying if I said I didn't make some sort of judgment based on what people ordered. I don't. People order the weirdest stuff and whatever. Nothing too bad, but I feel it can offer a window in. It can offer a window into the personality. It really can't. I think people just enjoy random stuff. Raphael has already revealed himself to be kind and thoughtful, but I wonder what else I can speculate based on what he chooses. He probably just drinks a cappuccino because it sounds fancy. He hesitates, but yeah, he doesn't look like the typical customer who is spoiled for choices. What is it you would recommend? I will defer to your superior judgment. Latte macchiato it is. Oh well. He's asking for my recommendation? Oh my, I really hope I don't disappoint him with what I pick. It depends what kind of flavor you like. Are you into sweet or savory? Savory coffee? Do you like tart flavors? And what about drink? Are you a coffee or tea drinker? Or maybe something else? I know I'm rambling, but the words won't stop coming out. I'm not sure what to choose or why I even feel so much pressure of making such a choice. Because you're thirsty! Thirsty of all hell! I make recommendations to customers all the time, but I suppose I want something impressive to show my thanks to Raphael. The man hasn't interrupted me despite my stream of words. He's just staring at me curiously. When do they stop talking? I snap out of it and stop my rambling. What do you usually have for yourself? Well, oh, I see a hot chocolate there. Oh, hot chocolate! Latte macchiato is also damn good. But lately I've been drinking it just like black with milk. No sugar in it. That's how I drank it lately. But honestly, latte macchiato was for the longest time definitely my go-to. But hot chocolate's the shit. Raspberry chocolate cake with a cappuccino is my... see, I told you cappuccino for Raphael. Because I kinda saw that one coming. That sounds perfect. Thank you. Take a seat at the bar and we can continue to talk? I'd like that. Ooh. Not so fast there, Raphael. I plate up the raspberry chocolate cake and begin to brew the coffee. Sorry, I was not expecting sounds right now. I rack my mind desperately trying to think of something to say. When customer service has allowed me to master some form of social chit-chat, just basic banter is what you learn. It's been a while since I talked to someone with the hopes of making a friend. It basically starts the same way. And then you prod a little bit. Should I ask him what he does for work? Or is that too cliché? What don't you do for work? Let's try and narrow it down. I don't get to think for too long as Raphael leads the conversation. How long have you been baking for? Since I came out of the womb. Must have a sense that baking is one thing I can talk about with confidence. As long as I as long as I can remember, really. It started off with, you know, Rice Krispie treats, but as a teenager I really got into it and decided it was what I wanted to do for a living. People always need something sweet in their life. Yeah, we're gonna let that one stand. I definitely agree with you there. I'm sorry if I'm talking too much about myself. Hearing you talk about your passion is far more interesting than anything I have to say, I assure you. Yeah, with a name like Raphael, looking damn handsome. Yeah, there probably is nothing interesting in there. I love. Are you saying you're a boring person? Because I'm not that exciting myself, I swear. I'm really exciting. The music just all of a sudden sounding a little bit wonky was perfect timing. I slide the cake over with the coffee and I can't help but watch him, hoping to gauge his reaction. It's fucking boring. That looks fucking delicious. I want that. He takes his third bite of the cake, a small piece that is the perfect amount of the sponge and the raspberry filling. Stop charging so hard, you thirsty bitch. It's weirder that I'm talking about myself here. I can barely believe the anticipation I feel. I've become so invested in the strangest reaction. Yeah, thirst is killing us. From the way he talks to the way he dresses, he seems like he has impeccable taste, and I hope my baking is part of that. Probably is a trash raccoon. He chews on... I don't know why that sounds not good. He chews on the cake and lets out a contented hum before smiling heartily. This may well be the best cake I've ever had. Which doesn't mean a lot. I never had cake. The smile on his face is genuine, even if his statement is hyperbolic. That's so kind of you to say, but you don't need to flatter me. I'm being perfectly honest. You have a gift. He crawls up my neck at his comment. Yep, definitely thirsty. I'm blushing. Again. I really need him to stop complimenting me. I'm not sure my heart can take it. The thirst is going to make us explode. Tell me something about yourself, please. I really feel like I'm doing all the talking. I hope to get him to open up a little and get the conversation off of me and anything about me that can be complimented. Let me think. I like meeting new people, spending time with friends. Hopefully most of the people you meet aren't in tears when you first start talking. That's kind of my thing though. I wonder if I made a terrible first impression on him. He made a sad first impression, not a terrible one. No, that would be rather unfortunate. But I do like helping people, though I always wish that they aren't in need of assistance in the first place. That's a nice one. Of course, but you really helped me today with being here. Which is sometimes the best anyone can do for you is just be there. Not the least. I probably would have still been outside crying if you hadn't shown up. Oh, and now I'm nearly exploding because of thirst. Instead I'm back inside, feeling warm inside and out. I'm glad to have helped. I hope most of your working days are better than today. Raphael and I have only just met, and yet he genuinely seems to care about me. Marry me, man! Most days are great, and while customers are part of the job, I think I do prefer being in the kitchen. Behind the scenes, just focusing on your baking, yes. It feels strange but comforting to be understood by someone so quickly. Exactly! Though it is kind of nice some days to look out and see so many people enjoying things I've made. After all, someone has to eat everything I make. I don't just bake for myself, but to bring joy to others too. For some customers, their time in the cafe is genuinely the best part of their day. Whether it is a relaxing drink or delightful sweet, they enjoy the time they spend here chatting with friends or reading or working away. You deserve to see the fruits of your labor, the fruits of your fruit treats? An awful joke, my apologies. No, I like it, don't worry. It was really dumb though. Not gonna lie, Raphael, humor is not your strong suit. It is an awful joke, yet I truly did enjoy it. I can feel the smile stretching on my face at Raphael's attempted humor. Yep, that would be the thirst. I'm glad. Jokes aren't one of my particular talents. I think the most hilarious part about this is that I called it. Oh, this could be an in to finding more about him. What are your talents then? Writing for comedy sketches. Odd, right? I'm quite musically inclined, actually. Much like you and your baking, I've been singing since I was small. So you have a voice of an angel then. A little on the nose there, game. I'm already imagining what a beautiful voice would come out of this beautiful man. Even his speaking voice is melodic and soothing. Yes, it definitely is. His laugh itself holds a musical quality. We heard him laugh? I thought we just heard him smile. Something like that. Perhaps one day I'll trade you a song for some more baked goods. The idea of spending any more time with him makes my heart leap. I'd like that. Was that a goodbye for now? Maybe we should ask him more while I still have the chance. What kind of music? Death metal. Choral. Also play the harp. Really on the nose. Oh, that's so interesting and unique. You're a classic in every sense. What does that even mean? Not only are his hobbies refined, but his clothes has a classy style too. Music is a refined hobby now. I mean, it's a cool hobby. I would not call it refined though. Anyway, I wish I could sing. You can. Everyone can sing. If something sounds good or bad is subjective. That's just a given. But everyone can sing. Raphael perks up at this. I believe anyone can get better with practice and the right teacher. That's the next thing. If you really want to get good at something, practice a lot. Even though it sounds tedious, just do it a lot. You will see improvements. Unless you learn some bad habits that are best to be avoided. Then you might get worse. But that is why, if you're really interested, you get yourself a teacher, because they will help you iron out problems. Do you teach singing? God, no. I do, actually. I teach children. I wonder what it would be like to teach children how to bake. That's gonna be fun, I can guarantee you that. I guess it would be far too messy though. It's such a good learning experience for kids though. Everyone's always just concerned about, oh, it's gonna be messy and stuff. Be messy with your kids, that's how they learn. Once I have kids, they're gonna make a bomb out of stuff. But they're gonna learn. Gonna learn how to cook with destroying the kitchen, and that's how we're gonna have fun and bonding time. And hopefully later on they actually will know how to cook and not just make a mess. But so adorable. Out of the corner of my eye, I notice a customer waiting to be served. Fuck off! Part of me wishes I didn't have a job to do right now, and that I could stay and continue chatting with my new acquaintance. Raphael's eyes follow me. You must get back to work? I wonder if his disappointment is visible on... I wonder if the disappointment is visible on my face. Raphael seems a little mournful himself. I should get going myself, but it has been lovely chatting to you. Thank you for the cake and tea, Aaron. It was coffee? A cappuccino is not a tea, Raphael. Raphael retrieves his scarf and gloves and stands to leave. You're thanking me? I should be thanking you. Thank you for looking out for me. I really do appreciate it. Will you drop by again soon? I hope my voice doesn't convey the need I genuinely feel. Please. Of course, I'd love to come by again, when I can. Be well, Aaron. I wish him well too and turn my attention to the customer. 5 espressi! Raphael is out of sight now, and the world feels a little less light with him gone. Even though we only exchanged a little bit of chit-chat, I enjoyed his company and I appreciated having a listening ear and someone to take my mind off of what happened earlier. Yeah, I nearly forgot about me wanting to strangulate the customer. The healthy choice. I wonder how I've never seen him around town before. He may have just gotten into town. If there's one thing that can be hard to deal with, it's that Everyone knows everyone in such a small town. Raphael was an unforgettable presence, in both personality and looks. I'm surprised I haven't heard someone chat about his charms or beauty before. In a strange way, it feels all the more special that I had him all to myself. Even if we only spent a few moments together, I can keep them all to myself untarnished by anyone's opinion or comments. These days, my bakes are what gives me the spring to get out of bed in the morning. Now I can only think about when Raphael might drop by again. Chapter 2. You know what? As cute as it is, I'm gonna end that here. If you wanna see how the story of Aaron and Raphael ends, or goes on, I recommend you play it for yourself, and if there really is enough demand, just let me know and I will play through that. Anyway, thank you for brightening up my day little by little, and letting me have fun with this a little bit as well.